What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is having a great first week to the last month of the year, man. Can't believe we made it this far all the way to December, especially with all the things that has been going on over the course of 11 months, man. And just happy we all made it. Happy we've all survived and stuff. I know people are gonna say that this year has been crappy, whatever, blah blah blah. I mean, this is how I take it, man. I mean, I'm gonna say it again, just gotta cancel out the noise and then just worry about what you gotta do. That's why I've been off social media for like the past few days, is because it's like it's the same shit I'm gonna see every single time. The reason why I even have a social media still is just because of the stuff I'm doing right now. My podcast, I wanna advertise it and stuff. So it is what it is. I personally believe I had a great year. I'm just looking forward for 2021. So, as always, thank you for tuning in to Raphael Big Talks. It's about to be December 18th is about to be a whole year since I started this thing. I want to be consistent with this. I really do. I have to. I love it. So I must be consistent with this thing. Today's episode, I think it's going to be 19. This episode is for the gents, the boys, the fellas, the men. Man, you just gotta. If there's one thing I realized, it's been a year since I've been single, And as a man, especially, I'm 20 years old. And if you're young, you're 20, 19, 18, whatever, embrace it, man. Embrace it. Love it. Enjoy every single time you have for yourself while you're single. Don't get into don't freak out and be like, oh man, I'm single. I'm lonely. I got no one else. Don't be like that, man. There is more to life, especially for you, young man. There's more to life instead of just being hung up with somebody, on a woman. It's one thing I realized after being single for like a year is that you have all the time in the world to do what you want to do. You have all the times in the world to self-improve. You have all the times in the world to get after things, especially being a 20-year-old man. Like, dude, like you have the world by the balls. There's a time where you could literally do what you want to do. But I want you guys to at least do something beneficial for your life. Something that will be an asset, that will be a benefit, not a liability, right? And I'm not bashing on the guys who has a girlfriend right now. Like, if anything, man, like, good for you, right? Do what you're supposed to do. Though, you still have to do what you're supposed to do. Don't get hung up into how the relationship is going wrong and stuff, because you know what? At the end of the day, man, stuff can go sideways, you know? And I want to ask one question, just one question for the guys who are in these relationships, a long-term relationship. And the question is this: what is the one thing you will miss if she leaves? Right? Like, I want to know, what is the one thing you will desperately miss when she leaves? If it takes you a while to think about it, then I guess, I don't know. You got some thinking to do. I personally believe, well, I can't be a hypocrite because I was originally in a long-term relationship, right? This relationship started since freshman year of high school and it ended just this past year, right? Sophomore year of college. And there's a few things I could take away from it is I'm glad it's a blessing in disguise, because I'm glad that I was able to experience love from an early age. I was able to experience the good things, the bad things, the good times, the bad times, the times where there will be quarrel, the times where we would just be lovey-dovey with each other, man. And if it's one thing I appreciate, is the fact that I'm grateful that she was the first girl to show me that. But then now that I have that out of my system, it's like damn, dude, like I really got to find who I am now. Yeah, I got to find my identity, you know? And that's what I want for all of us men to realize right now, especially 20 years old, right? Like, bro, why do you want to get into a committed long-term relationship right now if you don't even know who the hell you are? Like, you got to figure out who, like, for example, who am I? Who's David, right? You got to ask yourself that question too. Who are you? What do you like to do? What are the things that drive you? What are the things that make you, what are your weaknesses? What are your faults? What are the areas in your life you're supposed to polish? You're supposed to sculpt out. You're supposed to smooth the edges, right? You can't do that while you're in a committed relationship, especially at a young age for a guy. You can't do that. You will, because sometimes all your time will revolve around her, right? And where's the time for you, right? But to each his own, right? To each his own. But personally, I believe that us men right now, if you're single, you're in a great position right now because A, you have all the time in the world. B, you get to find your identity. C, you can work on the things that you want to improve on, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's starting your new podcast, starting your new YouTube video, starting your new fucking business, man. Anything you want to do, you have all the time in the world to do it, right? And the fourth, or D, you can date whoever you want. Now, I'm not saying settle down with one chick right now. What I'm saying is, like, you could scope out all the women you want to. You can go on a few dates, figure out how are women like. What type of women will you eventually like by the time you're 25, or not even, well, that's pretty early. Let's say by the time you're like 28, 30, right? You can still go out on dates, but you just should not plant the flag on one girl, right? Just gotta just have fun with it, man. Have fun. Get to find out what type of girls you're gonna end up you like, you know. And I feel like that's one thing I messed up, you know. You know how that high school love, like you always like, oh, this is the girl I'm gonna end up marrying. This is the girl who's gonna be my forever. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it did seem that way. It did, but then life happens. You know, you just gotta just accept it, bite the bullet, and move on. And that's what I want the guys who are single right now. I want you to realize that, like, bro, you're in a good position right now. Don't let social media, don't let none of these other outlets get you into the mind of, oh shit, dude, I gotta have a girlfriend. I'm so lonely. You're not lonely, dog. Let me tell you like this. You're alone, but you're never lonely. You always have a group of women that you're talking to. You always have a group of women who you can like pull up on, just talk, do whatever you want to do, right? Shoot the shit. I don't know. But like, don't get into this desperation that you need one, man. Because I guess I will say it again. You're in a good position right now. You're in a good position to find your identity, to date whoever you want, start the things you want to do, and you have all the fucking time in the world. Don't get committed right now, man. Worry about that when, let's say you're 29, 28, 30. If you want to build a family, we'll just settle down then. But I believe, let's say from 18 all the way until 26, 27, like, just worry about yourself, man. Do the things that you want to do. Don't worry about all these media outlets are telling you and shit. It's one of those guys to just improve every single day. Sure, there will be some days where you just be like, damn, like this shit is lonely. The process is lonely. Well, I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, man. I be saying those things to myself too. It's like, damn, like this journey that I'm in right now, it's a lonely one. But that's how it always is. It's supposed to be lonely. Because when you level up every single time, you're gonna have group of women that want to talk to you. You're gonna have a group of friends you're gonna encounter friends who who are in your same mindset, same mentality. You're gonna find a group of women who sees your worth just increasing by as the years, months, weeks go by. They're gonna want to be with you. And one thing, always have this in mind, like girls are always be there. They're always gonna they're not going anywhere, man. They're not going anywhere. It's better for us guys to be the catch instead of being the chaser, man. Don't chase. Be the catch. Build your self-worth right now that you're single. Right? Like, damn, that's one of the things I wish I knew when I was in high school. But oh well, it is what it is. I still consider it was a blessing in disguise. But now that I'm alone, but not lonely, I get to do the things I want to do. I get to hit the gym more. I get to do this, my podcast. I get to be with my family more. I get to do the things that I want to do on my own. Like, that's not so long ago, like a few nights ago, I literally grabbed the spare keys from my parents like around 12 a.m. and literally drove all the way to DC. Got there like around 1:30, walked around, took pictures of everything, got back home like around 2:30 a.m. Let me tell you, it was a great time. Just being there by yourself, just taking pictures. It's crazy because around that time, there was a guy, there was a lot of people walking around too in DC late at night too. To the point that there was a guy who had his own tripod and taking pictures of everything. Cooling by himself. That's one thing we gotta bring back, man. It's just the art of being on your own. Being a wolf. Going to different landscapes, going to different areas in life, man. Just going to uncharted territories so you can be able to adapt. So man, that's what being a man is all about. Well, not completely, but it's one of the things. It's got to adapt to new environments, adapt to new areas, man. That's why I like the wolf, because the wolf is he either is alone or he's with a pack. That pack has the same mentality. They're out there to kill, hunt, survive. Sometimes that wolf can be by himself, but he knows what to do. He knows how to carry himself. He knows how to just be a freaking wolf. But yeah, man, don't worry about being single. Have fun. Because that's the thing that's the one sure thing you will always have. When you're single, you will have fun. Especially you being a guy and you on your purpose, man. You're going to the gym, you're doing good in school, you're going to work. You have your own brand you're working on right now, man. Like, dude, there is nothing else you need. If you got a girl, well, bro, that's an asset at that point, man. But that should not be your end all be all. Your life and the things you do for your future should be your end all be all, right? But no bash to the fellows who has girlfriends. I mean, just keep on doing what you're supposed to do for your life. But don't be surprised when life gives you a knockout, because it happens. But that's it. That's it for today's podcast. And let's finish the month strong. Let's finish the year fucking strong. If you had a shitty 11 months, well, guess what? That's why God gave us December. So you could literally conquer the things we weren't able to do. Yeah, let's finish the month strong. Let's head into 2020, 2021, I meant. Big dick energy, same as for women. Yo, let's do what you're supposed to do. I don't know what to say about women, but I mean, as big dick energy, of course, but women, I don't know. Big girl energy, I don't know. But yeah, let's finish the month strong. As always, thank you for tuning in to Raphael Big Talks. Let's keep that fucking chart going up.